have 2 hours before I get to my my healer. We do it 9:30 these days like that. Oh, hey, Instagram, close back up. Hey, how come it won't close back up? Man, I hope I didn't break it. Oh, it's me, T, from the Pattersons taking the train to Tibet. Well, you know what happened? This is. Welcome to Grand Rising Report. Let me report. Last night they had a little load shedding. They usually don't have it long, but it had long, and so I started to just to talk with my Monday night, me, whatever report, me thing. Every day is a different thing. Don't listen to it. Later on, we'll tell you about that. And so I decided, well, I had a candle here, so I did it by candlelight. It was going swimmingly well first. I go, oh, hey, da 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 da. But the real information I was giving, like I always give that kind of information because, well, here's a theory in radio. New people tune in every 15 minutes. So people who didn't know, don't worry about that part. The point is, I got to a certain point and said, oh, let me just check some, do some of the room, show you some of the room. And so when I tried to turn the camera around, I must have, maybe just hitting the thing, turn the camera around, and shut the sound off. So there was no sound. I found out much later, that there was no sound, so I didn't do it. So here's what I learned. Let us continue there, right? One of the things I learned almost just now, now I'm going to turn this around. It is going to work now. Don't worry about it. It's going to work because I'm not going to shut the sound off. I hope. It usually doesn't when I turn it. We'll find out. Okay. So I was going to tell you. I was going to show my altar. First thing I learned today that these are my candle holders. My incense holder there. There's a candle right there. Blue candle. Blue is inspiration. It's also a vanilla candle. I'm not really into vanilla, but in these incense holders are like shaped like just an oral symbol. But you can put the incense even between those other cracks, even though there's 4 things on there for it. See that? Oh, and here's the altar. Now when I travel, I have a traveling altar. Actually, when I travel, see that picture right there, this guy right here? This is Sheikh Solomon Buckley. He was a Barabu back in the day. Head of the what's it called, the Muslim. I won't say sect, but the Muslim sect, the holy city of Tubar. That's where he lived, and like basically all the bifalls were that was his. I won't say bodyguard. That was his cats. His crew, his whatever. And the one time they did this outrageous thing, not outrageous. I don't know, man. So outrageous. He was gifted a Lincoln Continental. This is back in the day. Like when a big. You could stick bodies in the trunk, kind of in Lincoln Continental. And so to the gates of the gates, the proper structure, his holy city too, but right in the middle of this, there's the palace, whatever you call it, his residency, right? Well, when they got to the gates, the bifalls, they picked up this car and carried the car all the way to his gates. So he did. See, hey man, those guys, the bifalls. You ever know the bifalls? You think? Let's call them the original rosters. And anyway, this is my pass. I have a pass in Senegal. Anybody that sees that, they got to, ooh, hey, this guy is important. See? Because it was a picture when he was 42 years. It was gifted to me. It's a little uncomplicated story. So, but he travels with me all the time. He travels in my bag all the time. So, though I don't set up, this is my traveling altar. I don't set up a traveling altar unless I'm someplace solid for a while, right? And in Virginia, for instance, is an altar with my grandmother and my brother, that kind of thing. But he's still traveling with me. And in DeBrother, there's no altar. Well, in Gubeville, there's no. Anyway, he travels with me, and that's flake salt on the side there. There's a flower that they have. Well, it's fake flowers. This is a thing got from Chimaranga office from the Chimaranga office from. And there's a saying on there that I travel with because it says something. That drum there, I got it last year here at Oroville. It stays here in Oroville, by the way. And because there was a thing for Haiti. You're supposed to drum at a certain hour for Haiti, so I bought the drum space for that. When the hour came, I drummed, right? like that. Next to usually in a regular kind of shrine altar, you have a plate for food. I ain't putting no food out there like that because, well, I'm not part of any kind of religion that does that. But I have a symbolic thing. Actually, just have a thing for salt and pepper. It's pea, so I leave that there like that. That's just a candle thing. Okay, and this candle, this candle. I like when when I'm writing, I'm up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I usually light this candle. Well, sometimes during the day because inspiration, blue is inspiration like that. Now, or to complete the candle. Now, this is interesting. This knife here, I just bought it. Here with this trip here, in in Oroville. But the thing is, I wasn't going to buy it. It's a long comment. There's an antique guy. He said, it's a long story, but I got a knife. But I realized, hey, this knife is like carbonated steel, you know. So this is like more like an Ogun kind of thing, because Ogun you see it with machete in the grass skirt, but Ogun is he's in charge of like metal, iron like that. But by extension, iron, because it's also steel. By extension, he has moorings, if you want to put it that way, or influence in like medicine, in surgical procedures, like I say medicine, right? And then there's a whole other thing about architecture. We won't get into that right now. Like that. So that symbolizes that. So that knife stays there, but I'll use it, stuff like that. Now here's what's interesting. Yesterday when I came in on my little thing, I had 3 coins in my pocket. These are rupees. 3 coins on them. So I took them. I said, "Oh, these are 3." And I looked at this is a 10 rupee, right? This here, over here, a little bit small one, is 5 rupees, and this here is 1 rupee, right? Now that means nothing to you, but well, first of all, 3 is one of my numbers, but also 7 is one of my numbers. Now, 10 and 5 is 15, and 1 is 16. 6 and 1 is 7. So I said, "Oh, perfect." Leave that for the altar. So that's my traveling altar, and that's how that looks. Okay, now, so this is, I got this pocket watch that I pretty well like. Every once in a while I look at it. Well, you know, this time is correct. You always have the correct time. Let me flip it. I hope it's not, I hope it's, you know, whatever it is. But you know, you open it like the old timing, right? So right now it's 25 minutes to 8 at Tamil Nadu. So whatever time it is in your time, that's the difference between where I am and wherever you are happen to be, you know. So I snap that back. And it just stays here like that because I just like it. It's about 3. It's got three monkeys here. Now, monkey is an interesting thing because in Asia, in some parts of Asia, monkey is the. Let me turn this back around. No, let me turn this back around. Monkey is a good luck. It's a good thing, right? Let me tell you a monkey story. I was in New York. It's the 80s, and when the Koreans first started coming in, setting up their grocery things, you know, with the food outside or whatever have it. And I think this is closer to the late 80s, maybe in the early 90s. And there was this, outside of this fruit market, there was this Korean woman. I don't think she was Korean. Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to be, anyway. And she had a little girl there. Girl must have been about 6, maybe 7, maybe a little bit, maybe 8, 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. And she says to me, "Monkey," and she ran and like a bad thing, and ran behind her mother's skirts. Now, you know, you tell a black person they're a monkey, ape, or something like that, they get upset. But in my mind, this is what you get from traveling. In my mind, I'm going like, "Oh, she didn't know she gave me a compliment. Poor little girl. She needs to not grow up. She needs to have a little bit more intelligence. She needs to learn a little bit more." Like a whole lot of people. People have to, don't get emotional about stuff. Okay. So that's it there. I'm going to show you one. No, I'm not going to show you over there. So that's it. I'm going to show you. And I hope this thing is really recording because last night it shut off. If it didn't, then just another wasted thing. So this is, like I said, this is a Grand Rising report. And what else I learned? Oh, things are happening. Things are happening. As you maybe know by now, I am really not paying attention. I'm not getting wrapped up in the things that's happening in the States. Let's put it that way. Because there's too much important stuff happening in Africa. And I live I'm in southern India right now, but my residence, I live in southern Africa. I say Southern Africa. People say I say Southern Africa because I take the whole region. You know what I mean? I don't even like the name South Africa. What does that mean? Well, I know what it means. So I said, but even if I have a chance to write and I say Southern Africa. Makes more sense to me. Which means that you're in control of your own, here's the word, narrative. You're in control of your own existence. And you should exercise that control. So when people start calling you names, or they say you this or you that, or you, blah, 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 they could be saying one thing, but you can be thinking like the little girl. She thinks she's giving me an insult by calling me a monkey. But in my brain, I'm being trying to say, oh, she's complimenting me. So she thinks she's insulting me. Meanwhile, I know she's complimenting me. You see? So she has her narrative. I have my narrative. And this is what should be happening. Don't let them, this is good, this is bad, this is... No, you have your own narrative. And that narrative should pull you out of anything that would cause damage to your soul, your brain, your mentality. That's what it should do. Simple as that, So... should I stop here? No, let's a little bit more. So I find it fascinating that people are wrapped up in the let's call it the spewing of all kinds of things from forces that basically you can't even control these forces. They exist because they exist, and somebody else is putting them to play, and they put them to play against you. You react to that, then because you react to somebody else reacts to that. So you have this whole, you're wrapped up in reactionary kind of thingies, you see? And that's what we're trying to fight against. So I'm hanging with, I call him Commander Ibrahim. He's my commander-in-chief. I know some people, your commander-in-chief is the Donald, which is no shade. Actually, I'm a veteran, so in a certain way, the Donald's supposed to be my commander-in-chief, but, I have a more superior, a real warrior commander-in-chief. That would be Commander Ibrahim. In case you know, I'm talking about Captain Ibrahim Tirade. That he's from Burkina Faso. Actually, my guy there is the Mali guy. What's his Goti? Whatever. He's the one with the green beret. There's a red beret with Commander Ibrahim or Captain Tirade. There's a green beret with my guy from Mali, the guy with the beard, and then there's the brown beret with the guy from Niger, right? And they have forged. Hey, it's called the tip of the spear. They're breastplate, and either you're going to join them or you ain't. You join them or you just stay with the colonizer. That's basically what's going on. That's what I learned. That's what I learned in the last year. This is your Grand Rising Report is reporting to you that what I've learned in the last few days, that it's on. Oh man, it's on. And it's going to be like, which side are you on, boy? Which side are you on? Are you down with the colonizer? Are you down with the commander-in-chief? When I say he's commander-in-chief, I know he's a whatever, the president, whatever he is, of Burkina Faso, the land of upright people. But for me, because I'm in the diaspora, right, he's my commander-in-chief. So, and in fact, all these other countries, they don't know it yet. They'll catch up. You'll catch up to the brother sooner or later. Our commander-in-chief is Ibrahim Traoré from Burkina Faso. Yes, right now he's getting all the stuff together. He's like an experiment, not experiment, but like to prove that things can happen, right? As soon as he wants to step down, which is an interesting thing. Well, actually, I think it's a good thing because then he's free to become the true commander-in-chief, a man, a myth. He's not a myth; he's real. A legend, a real warrior. Unlike these fake warriors that say they're commander-in-chief. They ain't warrior. They did no war, but they ain't never done no war. And here's the thing. He's a warrior on several fronts. He's a warrior for real, the bang bang warrior, but he's also an economic warrior. He's also a merchant warrior. He's putting all this stuff in place. He's using his I don't say his bailiwick. This is one of those big words. Those big words. Probably. He's using his, how would you say it? His not tested. He's using his country as an example of what you do. And a lot of people say, good example, boom, 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 boom. You know the latest. They got electric cars. And not only he's got an Air Force, he got electric cars. And in Mali next door, they doing some stuff. And and not only that, it's not I forgot. Down in Zimbabwe, they got electric. They make it. I'm saying they got electric. I mean, they're making their own electric cars. So all has to happen, and now is these other countries got to say, okay, we can keep on fighting and doing the bidding of the colonizer, or we can say, hey, we don't have to beat up each other. Let's beat them in economics. Let's beat them in merchants, in merchandising, and whatever that is. Oh yeah, they got bigger guns, whatever have you. Let them do that. One last thing. Let me tell you where I'm coming. I have to put all these things together. Well, I told you so. Anyway, I was at the Clearwater. I was working with BAI with Grayson. We was setting up for the Clearwater Festival up in upstate New York. You know, the PC initiative to clear up the river. You know, like Robert F. Kennedy, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Like clear up the river. Right. So I was there. We was there a couple of days, and I was there. You know, technical. You know, maybe I was arts director at the time too. Anyway, no matter if I'm arts director, I'm always helping the technical. I'm always helping Grayson. Okay, so we setting up that. It was all they doing. So did it a couple of days, and when we was near the end, an American Indian, I'm say American Indian, you know the feathers, not the dots. But he gave me this button. He said, "Well, this is for you." And I'm going like, "Oh no, sorry, no, this is a gift for you. I want you." Oh, I was going to pay him. He said, "No, this is a gift for you." So I took the gift and I just. It's just a button on. Because they were selling buttons. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I did look at some buttons, but I wasn't paying attention. Put it in my pocket. And later, much later, maybe weeks later, I think it may have been years later, I looked at the button, and under it said Red Cloud. I'm going like, oh, okay, Red Cloud. This guy's Red Cloud. Nice. Right? Then I looked up Red Cloud. He was one of the few people, I think there's only one or two people that beat up on the U.S. Army. One, right? He's also the head of the Sioux or whatever have you, and but he's also a diplomat. He went to D.C. see what was going on. He came back and he told his people, "No, we're not going to fight them. Not now. We're not going to win. It's going to be a time, maybe not." Now I'm paraphrasing. Now I'm putting words into his mouth. It's going to be a time when we're going to be ready to do this, right? So for me, Commander Ibrahim, who was out of Africa, this American Indian, they're of the same stature, warrior stature, because they're diplomats as well as the economics and as well as warriors like that. So to me, I see a line to them, right? So I can comfortably, because I have American Indian, well, don't worry about it. I can comfortably, say, hey, I'm comfortable with whatever warrior is doing the war, and I'm a good soldier. I can follow, Hey, my last name Sloan means warrior. So these are my peoples. This is my time. This is when we're supposed to be rising up. So, and like I said, you don't have to rise up as a warrior. You don't have to bang, bang, bang. You can just join. I'm gonna make an electric car that's gonna beat their electric cars. I'm gonna make you. That's your mission right now. Your mission is not to be, railing against something that reacting to whatever. Oh, it's gonna take moving. It's gonna take money. We're not going to have any money. Oh, please. Okay, I'm through. I better stop. This has been a Tirade. I know it's a Grand Rising report, but it's also a Tirade. It all gets all mixed up. I'll talk to you later. Later tonight, I have something because it's about you. You'll see. All right. Check you later. Bye.